Dr. Devans Heart Health Program and Dr. Devans Mini Medical School are long cherished dream projects with large impact for across the nation. The number of people who are dying unnecessarily out of cardiac problems is preventable. Awareness is the fundamental requirement. Dr. Devan has launched a large scale program to spread the awareness across the nation and beyond, offline and online. And there will be chapters, there will be organizers, there will be a system in place where all of us can become part of the heart health program and save our heart, and also learn the nuances of medical sciences and be well aware, so that when we go to a doctor, we will be well informed. Now, sir will enlighten us about the mini medical school and heart health program.
Thank you so much, Paul. Indeed, an honor to be here. The thing is, I am not a cardiologist. I am primarily an ENT surgeon. But then, looking at epidemic of heart attacks, cardiac blocks, strokes, I thought, let somebody start a preventive program to help save precious lives. And I looked at where in the world do we have such a program, primarily as a protective and preventive methodology. And I was surprised and shocked that such a program was not there. Let us have a final look at the nuances of what the heart is all about. Earlier, 40 years back, none of this ever existed. People lived happily till 60, 70, 80 and died of old age. Today, 30, 40 and a heart attack can ensue. Many have cardiac blocks or a stroke or so much of suffering. A breadwinner of a family having a heart attack, that is a full stop to the family itself. What a great sadness and tragedy thing it is unfolding across planet Earth. Now, from my MBBS point of view, I looked at why it is happening. To a large extent, specifically, why does this happen? Because the small little tiny things that go to block a bleeding vessel, that is a platelet, clumps together and then forms a thrombus, blocking the heart vessel and causing an attack. It is a great tragedy we do not realize in the first minute when we have a chest pain or profuse sweating or a substernal compression, as if an elephant is keeping its leg on our chest. What is the tiny little pill? 99% of lives can be saved. That is an aspirin. Although the American College of Cardiologists proposed that everybody after 40 should carry an aspirin, most of us are ignorant about this fundamental fact proposed by the American College of Cardiologists and how many precious lives, young lives are lost. The moment there is a block, the first thing is to keep an aspirin, swallow one or underneath the tongue. That is one. Number two, why are these so many vessels getting blocked? Today we know that there are ingredients which were earlier present in our normal diets that prevented the endothelial thickening and the vessels will become blocked. Today, that is largely absent in our diet. And when we give that, this vessel narrowing will not happen. Natural ingredients that nature has gifted. I cannot specifically clarify on what these are on a public platform like this, which is why we are launching this program, because we don't want patients to self-medicate. It should always be under the supervision of a doctor. Number three, have you ever seen, I'm a little skeptical and incisive, in the jungle, have you ever seen an animal with a high blood pressure and a burst in the blood vessel of the brain and a stroke and paralysis, bedridden? Never. How much of like an epidemic, how many people high blood pressure, one side paralysis? Because animals, this is my proposition, animals have this enzyme called gluconolactone by which they synthesize ascorbate, which makes the blood vessels nice and placid. When the blood pressure rises, the vessels will dilate, come back, it will never burst. That is the same principle I apply as an ENT surgeon. When children come, adults come with no bleeding in the nose, I give the same thing which animals synthesize at the rate of 3000 milligrams a day. I just give twice a day this ascorbate. By 24 to 48 hours, it stops. Generally, what are we supposed to do? Go inside, find the bleeding point, cauterize it, or tie the vessel? No, you don't find a bleeding nose like so many children we have, do you find that in animals? You don't find that, because animals are protected. Of course, they are divine creatures. And lastly, of course, when the blood clots in the brain, again, an embolus will form, block blood vessel access, and consequently deprive the brain. And again, you will have a thrombotic stroke. So thrombotic, hemorrhagic strokes, heart attacks, blood vessel thickening, all of which can be prevented if we exactly look at the ingredients that are required to prevent it. And therefore, it is in that regard we intend to launch this thing called the Heart Health Program. Don't we look at the car? If the engine oil is too thick, the engine will seize. Similarly, in humans too, if the battery fluid is too acidic, the terminals will corrode. So much so, bones will corrode if you're generally acidic. You need to be alkaline. And consequently, if the differential in a car, because I'm a car enthusiast, and look at the grease, which has become minuscule, then these joints will again have a crackling. So the human body is a fantastic machine for which whatever is required should be replenished. Like in a showroom, they will call us every 3 months and then rectify all of what is required. Do we do that for the human body? Only when we get a sudden, some problem, we are rushed into the ICU, tons of bills will happen, and we may or may not come out of it. It is high time we have a proactive program to prevent illnesses, and that should be a pathway to glory, good health. What is the greatest wealth a person can have? It is health. Irrespective of how much of money that we have, if you have normal health, you're phenomenally wealthy. That is one. The second, this is a major thing which is happening in major Western countries, in America, in UK, Australia, Canada. This concept pioneered in American medical schools by the lay public, or those who are doing the pre-medical to have an idea of what medicine is all about, or for housewives or professionals who have no clue about medicine. A new concept is emerging called a mini medical school. It's a 1-year program. Weekly, they'll be classed by professors from medical colleges will come and take classes on all aspects of medicine. You will be made knowledgeable. At the end, there will be a convocation ceremony and a certificate. But of course, let me make it very clear, it does not entitle you to practice. It is only to vastly enhance your knowledge about fundamental aspects of medicine and imbibing the requisite skills to save lives. What are the skills? Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, Heimlich maneuver, sudden bleeding, what to do, sudden burns, what to do, and various aspects of first aid, which will training be held in a world-class skill lab, which has been set up. So consequently, that's a mini medical school, 1 year in duration. As of now, a nominal fee of 30,000, I think, has been considered. And at the end of it, you'll be highly knowledgeable, especially for housewife. They must have in-depth knowledge how to look after the family and nurture. A housewife, the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. 100 men may make a camp. It takes a woman to make a home. And it is women, the pillar of society, who should be imbibed with the requisite medical knowledge to take care of the family, because she is the one who nurtures families and builds in the requisite health as well as character for children. So therefore, the mini medical school is intended to start shortly, and may the society at large benefit.
Thank you very much, sir. We will have one detailed episode on mini medical school again. And we have created a code for heart health program. It is 2D2HP. And 2D is for Dr. Devan. And 2H is for heart health and P for program. 2D, 2HP is the code for Dr. Devan's Heart Health Program. All are welcome. You will have the information at the bottom of this video. You can immediately join and take part in the Heart Health Program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Paul. May everybody benefit. Thank you so much.